horizon over his nose, leaving only his eyes exposed to the wind and light. The plane flew high above him. For a moment it paused in the air, then a sound of stuttering, and the jet plane began to spiral downward, as if it had forgotten how to fly. As it hurtled towards the dunes, the boy saw the pilot eject, dangling for a moment in the sky, then dropping, his canopy opening late, the bulk of it dragging him along the dunes. Further away, the jet plane burst into flames, sending up smoke signals far into the valley. Ezil had watched the man fall from the sky. Others would look for him, the boy was sure of that. But he had never seen one of these sky devils up close, and he would not be robbed of the opportunity. So Ezil, even though closer now to home, turned and set out for the ridge where the parachute billowed. The pilot lay twisted in the desert dunes, his body torqued, his breathing faint, lips crusted in sand. Behind him, in the distance, smoked the wreckage of the jet. The man's arms and shoulder blades were pulled back at a sharp angle, weighted by the billowing of the parachute. He had not had enough time to control his landing, and instead had hit the dunes, dragged along by the heavy rig until it had dropped to the sand, air filling the canopy late, and he had become tangled in it as he tumbled to earth. The man's head throbbed with pain. His nostrils filled with the acrid smell of burning oil. The earth was still spinning. He remembered ejecting from the Viper, the springback of the cord, then free-falling as the desert grew closer too quickly, yanking at the cord once, twice, until it released and the air caught it, and he righted, too late, dragging along the top of the dunes at an angle, a reluctant puppet caught up in his own strings. Not a textbook landing, granted, but a landing nonetheless. He moved slowly, wriggling fingers and toes, bending his knees, checking for signs of damage. He would have liked to have sunk down into the sand, to become one with the earth. But the earth did not want him, and so he lay there, the sun burning the back of his head, the parachute canopy rising and falling, sighing in the breeze. The man waited for death. It did not come. Instead, after a long while, he felt the shadow of what he assumed was the enemy. The sky darkened over his head, and looking up through one eye, he saw the knobbly knees of the camel, smelt its dung drop to the earth beside him, and sitting on top, a barefoot figure. A small boy dressed in dusty indigo trousers and a faded red long-sleeved California Dreamin' t-shirt. An amulet, made of yellow desert glass, tied around his neck. His mother had told him to protect him from jinns. A pale cheche worn around his head, only the eyes uncovered, watching the man who found he could not speak, his throat parched and his tongue swollen, full of sand and silt. The boy looked down at him as he lay there, this broken sky king. Once it became clear that the man posed little immediate threat, Ezil decided what must happen next. Chapter 2. False River, Louisiana, 2012. Lenny slid out of the bald cypress tree, dropping the large cardboard box that swung off the end of his sneakers into the dust below him. Hunkering down beside it, he turned the old Plaquemine orange box over, opening it up, clambering in, ready for flight. His arms were held tense out in front of him as he buried down, his father Jim's pilot cap slipping down low over his eyes as he rocked from side to side. Va-vroom! Meow! He tipped a little to the left, steering at a sharp angle. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He machine-gunned right, one hand pulling back the controls as his plane shot up into the blue, cloudless sky, evading the enemy. Ha! You'll never catch me! He was the king of the sky. Lenny was free, traveling.